Hi, my name is Dr. Emma Amwafo-Mensah. I'm a consultant dermatologist based in London, and today we're going to be talking about pimples and pimple patches because I'm seeing pimple patches everywhere and I bet you're not using them correctly. Do you love pimple patches? Do you wear them? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Okay, so before we start talking about pimple patches, let's talk about pimples. So of course, pimples are just the general word used to describe the different lesions you get in acne. Now, acne is very, very common. It's by far the most common thing I treat as a dermatologist, and most of us will have had a pimple at some point in our lives. Acne is a very interesting condition. It's multifactorial, meaning that it's caused by lots of different things. We know that stress influences acne, genetics influences acne, our hormones and what's happening at different points in our lives influences acne. And that's why you can't just treat acne by doing one thing. With regards to the different types of lesions we get in acne that you may be calling pimples, we have a few different ones. First of all, let's talk about what causes acne. And as dermatologists, we often talk about four main contributors to acne. The first one is excessive oil or sebum production. Sebum is the natural oil produced by the skin. It's a very helpful substance. It's the reason that our skin stays lubricated and doesn't just become dry and flaky. But in people with acne, there's often an excess of sebum production. Second of all, you get clogging of the follicles, usually by dead skin cells. And thirdly, you get inflammation, which is often triggered by that clogging of the hair follicles. The fourth is an excess of bacteria, but it's not an excess of just any old bacteria. It's a specific bacteria that lives on all of our skin called Cutibacterium acnes. The reason it's important to understand that it's not just an excess of normal bacteria that's all around is because some people feel like they need to wash their skin really vigorously or wash their skin 10 times a day in order to treat acne, but that will not manage acne. Acne is not a disorder of poor hygiene. It's a very complex disorder and can be triggered by things like stress, fluctuations in hormones, it's influenced by genetics. So you can't just treat acne by doing one thing in particular. Now, let's talk about the different lesions you get in acne, which you may just call pimples, but to us as dermatologists, they're all a bit different. First of all, you have whiteheads, and the medical term for this is closed comedones. Then you have blackheads. The medical term for this is open comedones. You have pustules, which are little spots full of pus. You have papules, which are little bumps without pus. And then you get nodules and cysts, which are those bigger, sometimes deep-seated spots that can be painful. And as a dermatologist, these are the ones that I'm most worried about because they often lead to scarring and they often affect people a lot more. So, where do pimple patches come in? I personally think pimple patches are an excellent invention. I think they're one of the greatest things to come out in the skincare world over the past few years. The reason I love them is a lot of us pick our spots. I am definitely guilty of this, and I bet you are too. And the problem is when you pick your spots, it often makes the spot more inflamed and it increases the risk of being left with post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and scarring. So it's really, really important that if you're struggling with acne, you don't go around picking those spots. And I know that it's just so tempting. Like when I see a spot, I really, really struggle to leave it alone. And that's why I love pimple patches, because then I can just cover it. And then if my fingers are subconsciously going to reach for that spot, I'll feel the pimple patch and I'll just chill. I'll put my hands back down. I also love the new pimple patches that are like star-shaped and heart-shaped. I love that younger people are using this as like a fashion statement because I think it helps to normalize acne and it helps to make it something that's associated with less shame. So that whole pimple patch movement of them being something like, you know, it's trendy, let me put my yellow star on my spot. I absolutely love it. I think it's helped a lot of young people deal with their acne and maybe feel like they're not so alone. So I absolutely love pimple patches for that reason. However, one problem I have with pimple patches is when people are using them as an acne treatment. Pimple patches are not going to stop you from getting more spots. So if you're someone that just gets a spot every now and again, maybe like once a week you get a spot, you never have more than one at a time, you only have a couple, then yeah, you can rely on pimple patches. They're going to allow the pimple to heal in its own time. They're going to prevent you from picking it. I think that's absolutely fine. But if you're someone that gets a lot of spots, you need to get some proper acne treatment. Acne is a medical condition and should be treated as such. And if left untreated, it can cause scarring, which becomes permanent. And we know that it's associated with lots of morbidity and it can affect people many years down the line. Therefore, if you're getting pimples, really quite often, you can't just be putting pimple patches on them, because that's not stopping you from getting spots down the line. And it's really important that it's addressed so that you don't get left with this long-term scarring that I've mentioned. So I think people need to understand the place that pimple patches have in their skincare routine. A pimple patch is for someone that gets a spot here and there sporadically, or even if you are on acne treatment, you can use pimple patches as well to stop you from picking your spots. Again, it's an excellent use of pimple patches. But if you have significant acne, please, please, please see a GP or a dermatologist or someone that can give you some proper treatment. So many different treatments exist. First of all, starting with topicals, we've got things like topical retinoids, topical benzoyl peroxide, topical antibiotics. These are very easy to get from your GP. Most GPs will be able to prescribe something for you, and that's often the best place to start. Start with something topical, see if you can get your acne under control. Another topical treatment that is really slept on is azelaic acid. It is such an excellent treatment. It helps with acne, helps with post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and it's safe in pregnancy. So do not sleep on azelaic acid. Try that if some of the other topicals haven't worked for you. Now, if topical treatment doesn't work, you may need to escalate your treatment to something oral. And this is often a course of oral antibiotics in the first instance, often given for maybe 6 weeks or 3 months as a trial to see if that helps your acne. Of course, we know that it's not in someone's best interest to be on oral antibiotics for really extended periods of time, because it can affect the gut and there are associated side effects. But for short periods of time, antibiotics are often something that is quite helpful to start with. There's minimal side effects, quite easy to get from your general practitioner, and it's often a good starting point for an oral treatment for your acne. For women, we have other options, things like spironolactone, the oral contraceptive pill. Those can be helpful as well. And then the heavy hitter for treating acne is isotretinoin, also known as Roaccutane in the UK, Accutane in the US, and various other things in different parts of the world. This is the gold standard treatment for acne. It works very well, but it does have a really long list of side effects. It's by no means an easy drug to be on, so you want to make sure that you definitely want to go down that route if it's something that you need. It can only be prescribed by dermatologists in the UK, so if you think that you need isotretinoin or Accutane, ask for that referral or see a dermatologist privately and they can discuss your options with you. So we've spoken about pimples and pimple patches. Just to reiterate, I love pimple patches. I think they're such a cool invention, but please do not rely on them as your sole acne treatment if your acne is significant. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that hype button. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want me to elaborate on, or just let me know what you want me to talk about next. I'll see you next time.